Right, welcome back. It's been a month since my last update. I can happily say that the missing parts that I ordered from Revel have finally arrived. They cost me £10.87 with the shipping included from Germany. And I've now put those missing parts onto the F14. And I can happily say that the construction on the F14 is complete. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. Right, turning the camera around, as I said, the construction is complete and the F14 looks really nice. Now the missing parts that I had were one of these, so I've glued that onto the inside of that upright wing fin. But what I don't get is why on this side it's on the outside, but on that side it's on the inside. I would have thought that would have been there. I don't know why, but that's what it told me on the plans. So the two upright wing fins are now glued in, looking really nice. I had to put a bit of tape over here and here and here and here to hold that forward because he kept wanting to tip back. So that's that done. The other missing part that I had was this underneath piece here, which was two parts. I don't know if it's some kind of sensor that sits under the nose. So turning the F14 over on my towel, that's that piece there. I've also glued in the point of the nose cones, that's glued in. And I've also glued in the missile racks here. Now unfortunately I couldn't clamp these down, so what I did is I put a drop of super glue on the points at the front there, the points in the middle, and the points at the back with the little actual little locating tab and hole. So just a tiny bit of glue, super glue, let that cure. And then what I did with my Revel contactor with the metal nozzle, I just went all the way around the edges on the inside and outside for both racks and let that dry. And then I sanded down the actual glue marks, and that is looking really nice. So that's my construction on the F14 on the underneath. So turning the F14 back over, I've got an issue with the canopy, so putting my camera down on its tripod. Now the canopy went down really well with the glue and glaze, and then I got my tape and just went over the top. So it's in two parts. You've got the front part there in front of the actual pilot, and then you've got the rear part here. Now you can actually lift that up. There's actually a part that comes out of there you can put in, and you can actually have that open, but because this is in flight mode I've got it closed. But my issue is, once I took the tape off, it's glued down perfect. Let's get a bit of paper. You can actually see there's a gap all the way underneath on both sides. Now what I did is I masked off the actual complete canopy just to leave that little tiny lip there exposed so I could paint the grey on the actual primer. And I'm very surprised that the primer didn't get inside the cockpit, very surprised indeed. But I still want to fill that gap in. But my only problem being, if I use my milliput and then I look in from this side of the canopy, there is going to be a green line when I filled it in. And if I use my household filler, which is white, again, if I put that on, look through the canopy on this side, there's going to be a white, like a line. Is there a putty that I can use that dries clear, so when I apply it I can put it on there and then it will like level it out to the side wall of the fuselage? Because that's what I want to do. I want like a filler or a putty that will dry clear, that will eliminate that white. I don't know if Micro Crystal Clear is going to do it, because what I found with Micro Crystal Clear, it won't fill the gap in. It will just sit on the actual, on the underneath there, and I found it won't glue the gap in. You know, applying it with a cocktail stick or whatever, toothpick as you guys in America call it. The other option I've seen is a product called Vallejo Plastic Putty. And now it's in a tube and it's got a nice nozzle, and it'll go in there and it'll fill that in like a putty or the filler. But again, from the inside here, it's going to dry white. Could I mix a slight bit of grey in with that putty so it'll eliminate that white line from the other side? So if any of you guys have had this issue, could you please let me know what you did? And plus, don't forget, if you guys are in America, I don't know if I can get that product here in the UK, because there's going to be a lot of stuff. There's a lot of modelling stuff that I've, you know, people said, oh, use this, use that, but I can't get it here in the UK. So if you could let me know some, or if any UK guys, you know, can let me know what to do. So, but apart from that, I'm really well chuffed that it's come out like this. It's come out really, really well. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment.